Tonight, a local woman is calling attention to a global issue. Her foundation helps dancers abroad, and it's not able to get donations through. That's because the only road in and out of the Nagorno-Karabakh corridor is still blocked.
That corridor connects the region to the rest of the world, and it has been blocked for more than a month. KRON 4's Ella Sogomonian joins us with the story of the local push to send help. Ella.
Well, Armenians in the Bay Area have been worried sick for friends and family abroad now that power and food supply have been cut off for 44 days in the dead of winter.
Anush Harutunova's life was claimed by cancer 5 years ago. The Cupertino High graduate was a dedicated dancer, so her mother, Anahit Tarhanyan, established a memorial fund in her honor to help other students learn the art form halfway around the world. But for the last 30 days, they have not been able to get any donations to the Stepanakert Choreography College in the region of Nagorno-Karabakh, also known as Artsakh, because of an ongoing blockade.
It is very devastating. It is, you're trying to help somehow, right? You're trying to bring back the normal, to dance, to move, to, After all, it is very healing, and art is always against all the aggression.
After a war in Artsakh in 2020, many Armenians fled part of the area taken over by Azerbaijan. Gevis Kadjian with the Armenian National Committee of America flew there from California weeks ago in anticipation of more turmoil. He says for more than a month, the Lachin corridor, which is the only road in and out of the area, has been blocked by an Azerbaijani group under the guise of an environmental protest of a precious metals mine. So 120,000 Armenians have been restricted from coming and going, and power has been cut off. We spoke through spotty internet connection.
And this has affected just about every layer of society here. When you walk through the stores and you look through the shelves, it's essentially all empty. The government has begun rationing food supplies, and we're dealing with both a food shortage and a medicine shortage. Since the only road that leads in and out of Artsakh is closed, we can't bring any of the necessities that the population here needs to survive.
Congresswoman Anna Eshu, who represents the district in which Tarhanyan lives, recently visited Armenia as part of a congressional delegation last fall, led by House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. She's also convinced the blockade has nothing to do with an environmental protest and is instead intended to drive indigenous Armenians out of their homeland. She is calling on the Biden administration to impose sanctions on Azerbaijan to end this humanitarian crisis.
I believe that the United States of America needs to stand tall and apply the necessary pressures to make that government understand that as a democracy, we do not tolerate this.
As the residents of Artsakh await their fate, they're doing what they can to live with grace. And for these young people, they're coping with the struggle through dance.
The conversation just wrapped up here in San Francisco tonight, hosted by the nonpartisan forum World Affairs, in which panelists called this a genocide. East Bay Congresswoman Barbara Lee in virtual attendance. Meanwhile, U.S. Secretary Antony Blinken is urging Azerbaijan's President Aliyev to immediately restore traffic in the Lachin corridor, saying the U.S. is committed to supporting peace in the region. For KRON 4 News, I'm Ella Sogomonian.